Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Untold, the show where we have brilliant people talking all about their experiences. I'm Abdullah Al-Hindiani.
And I'm Najeen Al-Athari. And today we're joined by Altaf Kamal, who is an artist. So it's quite an artistic episode of The Untold we have today.
Yeah, honestly, Altaf, her characters, her drawings are so amazing. I took a brief look at her social media accounts and I was like, okay, feels nostalgic because it reminds me of, Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, however you pronounce it, from Japan, which is amazing. So I'm really curious to talk to her about the process.
Me too. I love that artistic style as well. I love all the Studio Ghibli or Ghibli. I never knew how to pronounce it either. I think it's like a thing everyone is
Yeah.
wondering about. There's different poles and sides on that. But I think her art is such a refreshing breath of air. And I'm very excited to talk to her about how she became an artist and what inspired her to pursue this career.
Yeah, and to have those answers, we are going to take a break. We'll come right back after this one. And welcome back, dear viewers, from that break. But first, and most importantly, welcome Altaf Kamal for being our guest today on The Untold.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. And you're a digital artist, is that right?
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you, before you became known for your art online, did you ever do art, more manually and stuff? Or what did creativity look for you?
I actually started drawing when I was 10 years old. It was very simple to me. It was like sitting in front of TV, drawing my favorite characters, daydreaming, inventing story, filling sketchbooks with my sketches. This playful relationship is still the heart of my work till today.
MashaAllah. And so, how did you grow this kind of talent? Were you just, imitating whatever you were seeing on screen, or did you take lessons? Did you take classes? Like, where did you find your voice?
It's actually evolved naturally with practice. I used to copy from my favorite characters through TV. When I was creating my own character, I used to take the hair from this character, the eyes from this character, this outfit from this character. So by doing that through the years, I start growing my own imagination, my own creativity to create my own characters from the scratch.
Honestly, that's so cool. And I love that you were able to find inspiration in so many places. And what made you decide to go from doing more written artwork and stuff or drawing to making it digital?
The support of my family and friends was the number one that made me want to share what I was creating. I actually discovered digital art when I was in high school. Since then, I was wanting to share what I have online with people, waiting for their comments, their feedback. That support and encouragement made me want to share more.
Honestly, that's amazing. I think a lot of people are a bit the opposite. They're scared of the comments and feedback. They're not looking forward to it.
It's the main thing that made me want to grow and create more.
And speaking of creating more, I know there's, the inner artist, and then there's the artist who you want to show to the world. Like, at what point would you consider your drawings or the input that you get from people helpful? And at what point are you like, oh, I think my art is good, I know better. How do you decide what you put out there as an artist?
The thing is, I'm very attached to my work. So when I get some kind of criticism that make me feel sad about it, but somehow I try to be more positive about it and take it with a good spirit.
I mean, it's great that you do. I think it's a really wonderful mindset to cultivate in this situation because it's not easy to put yourself out there at all. A lot of people, I think, might be really good artists or writers or do other creative things, but because they're too afraid to share it with the world, they don't get the notice that they deserve. So you're very brave just for doing it.
Thank you.
And haters are gonna hate,
Yes.
Like you shouldn't listen to them because they're not doing what you're doing. So even if they say bad things, it's because they can't do it themselves.
That's correct.
People who know what they're doing or who can do what they do, they never are criticizing and hating other people's work. They might give advice in a good way, but they'll still be supportive when they do it.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, because right now, you have your art digitally online and you're putting it out there. And you said you had the support of your family to do this.
Yes.
Has it been more difficult or hard, do you think, putting your work out there?
I think it made it easier with the support. Like they wanted me to create more, like, wow, Altaf, this is amazing. So this encouragement made me to want to actually have the confidence to share what I am doing.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. And you were talking a bit about how your style is influenced by many different things, and you take your characters from different places, and it was through trial and error that you managed to kind of get to more aware of what your style is. Would you mind telling us some examples of some things that have inspired you?
I am very inspired by the Japanese pop culture.
Oh, I love it too.
I was into anime, manga, also video games since I was a child. So it was a very impact to my own design right now. So yeah, this is the biggest influence in my art today.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the thing about our generation is that anime has become such a global phenomenon that it has breadcrumbs all over the place, and I'm happy to say that, right? Because you've seen its influences all over the place. And you did mention before that your style evolved across the years. So I want to say, what were the contributing factors that helped your style evolve the most? Is it, you know, browsing, looking at different artworks? Is it the more practicing? What contributed the most?
It evolved naturally with practice through the years. Like yeah, I kept drawing every day, trying new things every day. I have my own basics. I created my own basics, so I was just naturally and having fun while drawing through the years that kept me growing and improving with my art.
Do you think having fun is what helped you as well?
Yes, it was the biggest thing, that having fun and loving what I do, and having this motivation from everywhere. Like everyone loved what I was doing, so it gave me the biggest encouragement to continue drawing.
That's amazing to hear.
Yeah, and you know, mashallah, because I don't know a lot about art. So is it the kind of skill that you have to practice on a daily basis to keep, or if you step away from it, you're gonna lose some of it?
Yes, you have to draw every day. It's very important. It's a skill that you need to practice and use every day. So when you just stop drawing for a while, when you come back, you feel like you're rusty and your hand a little bit like heavy with drawing. So if you should keep drawing every day. It's like when you go exercise to the gym every day, when you stop going for a month and you go back, you get this body sores. It's the same thing, the same idea.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. I think for a lot of creative people, it is like that. If you leave it for too long, you can get blocked a bit. It can be a bit of a struggle. And they always say that in order for something to be perfect, you have to practice it all the time. And the more you do it, and I think a lot of people are surprised that some people are not born naturally with amazing talents.
Yes.
They become great because they're always doing what you're doing. They're doing it every day. They're trying new things, and that's what makes them great.
Yes, that there's a saying says, it takes 1% of the talent and 99% of hard work and practice.
That's so true. I agree with it entirely.
Yeah, talent is not enough.
No, it's not enough on its own.
Yeah, you know, this reminds me, I forgot which boxer it was, but it was, you know, one of the champions at the time. And this is really old, but let's just go back to the argument of, you know, talent versus skill. He said that, you know, I wasn't talented, I just outworked the talented people, which is because you have to put the effort and the time into whatever you're doing, and soon it's going to catch up. I do want to ask you about something because your style has a very distinctive, you know, I would say voice. And, you know, this is a message to the audience to go to your social media accounts because honestly, your artworks are amazing.
Thank you.
So how would you define your style? Like, how would you describe to us your style?
I describe it as my own voice. Sometimes I draw something that express how I feel at the moment. It doesn't have to be like a childish anime drawing, but sometimes it becomes very expressive, very emotional with my art. So I think I find my art the voice of me.
That makes sense. It's kind of how you express yourself as well. The fact that you're able to have done so much to find your own style and voice really reflects on yourself as an artist as well. And since you are putting everything on, you know, digital platforms and social media, that's not easy, I feel, because social media is changing all the time. The expectations, and it's kind of like a lot of stress and rush. Like for me, for example, I'm so bad at posting things. Like I take so many photos. I love taking photos, but I get so lazy when it comes to posting. So how do you feel about that when it comes to posting your art, or kind of just trying to stay grounded during all the changes digitally that are happening?
I actually find it fun.
Okay, I think that's the answer, guys. If it's fun for you, it's
I find
different.
it fun to share my art, and also there's the communities in the social media. We can share together and learn from each other. So it's actually fun to post and see other artists, and it's like it gives me more motivation to create more.
Do you feel like it's work though to post it all, or are you just having a good time?
No, it's having a good time, yeah.
I'm so jealous of you right now. I wish I could be like that.
Yeah, honestly, because we've had, before artists here on the program, they said one of the toughest things is maintaining social media. So if they're going to watch this episode and Altaf is saying, oh, I love that aspect, they're going to be like, oh.
Fun, yeah.
With that being said, we are going to take a break. We'll come right back after this.
And we're back from that short break. So we were just discussing, your digital art and your role as an artist and how you found your own voice and how you find it so fun, actually, to put your stuff on social media. And I love that for you because I think that helps you keep motivated and keep going. But something I did want to ask you about is these days, social media and the whole digital footprint of the internet is changing so much because of trends and also because of AI. So do you struggle to maintain your voice with all of these AI things coming out? Like, what's your thought on that?
I think the AI is a tool. I use it as a tool to help me with many things. I think I call the AI my assistant.
Oh, no way.
It's helped me with brainstorming, finding color palettes, poses, the poses and compositions, backgrounds. It's helped me a lot, especially I'm a working mother. So having a very limited time to actually create something in a specific time, so it helps me a lot to save a lot of hard work, like I used to struggle before.
That makes sense because especially as a working mother, you don't have time to do all the research required for all of your art. So
Yes, yeah.
the fact that you actually can see AI as a tool to help you is actually quite a great thing. Abdullah's quite an advocate for AI.
Yeah, honestly, AI is the next evolution of technology, right? So people who are against AI are like the people who are against the internet. They're like,
I'm still 50-50.
Yeah.
I try not to resist the AI trend and try to understand more. Now, after understanding what AI is, I can use it in my own benefits. Like, why fighting the AI while I can use it in my benefits? Like, it helped me a lot with my work.
Yeah, and honestly, like the way you use AI is similar to the way you Google stuff, right?
Yes.
Because it's basically the same kind of tools, right? It's a searching tools. It's helping you.
When digital art was discovered, it was like a trend back then. It was like 2006, 2007. They used to tell me that digital art is cheating and it's easy. But it wasn't. It's like the same thing, I think. So I don't think it's threatening or the AI is a bad thing.
I mean, you're right. I think they say the same thing about AI now, that it's cheating as well.
Yes, yeah,
And
exactly.
honestly, to the people who say digital painting is cheating, it's like if you go back in time and people were using walkie-talkies and one of them brings a phone, and then they're like, oh, the phone is cheating. No, it's just the next evolution of technology.
Yeah, it's an evolution. Yeah, we are growing, we are improving, there's many things are happening. So I think we can take anything new and use it as a tool for us to our benefits to use it. And I don't think it's AI is a bad thing.
Yeah. So do you feel a lot of pressure for being an artist to produce content, to put stuff out there, to always have something new for people?
Yes, because deadlines is very stressing. It's very stressing. But somehow I manage. I don't know. But yeah, like when I have this deadline, it's stressing me out. But in the end, I managed to have this creative idea and the idea of a drawing, and everything is done by the deadline. I don't know how I do it.
Yeah. I love how you said somehow I managed, because for all viewers who are the Office fans, that's what Michael titled his book, Somehow I Managed, which is a little bit of tidbit for Office fans out there.
Well, I was going to ask you how you do manage, but since it just sort of magically comes together,
Exactly.
you know, subhanAllah, like it's just very lucky and that it does happen because I think you're working regardless.
Yes.
Do you ever have moments though when you can't find inspiration or you have like creative blocks?
Yes, a lot, a lot. I have creative blocks a lot. And what I do sometimes, I do some self-caring to myself, like changing scenery, having my coffee in my favorite place. Sometimes I go shopping. It gives me this
It gives us that
renewal
boost. I know what you
feeling.
mean.
Yes. And also I can go do something like browsing other artists' work, drawings from here and there, watching my favorite shows. These things can renew my motivation and my inspiration.
Yes. And so what would you say to, you know, because now you, mashallah, as a successful artist. So for people who are watching, especially young kids who want to pursue the art, especially here, you know, where it's kind of hard to get into that kind of field, like what are the pros and cons you face along the years?
The pros is I'm doing what I love. Like I never imagined having an art career as my main job. So this is the main pros that I'm really happy that I'm doing what I love. The cons is the deadlines. The deadlines, it's very stressing to me. Also, I don't have time for my personal projects anymore. Like it takes a lot of my time through the day. Like going to my job, creating art for my work, then come back home to my kids, being my second job as a mother. So there's no enough time for me to actually work on my personal projects anymore. So this is the main con in having art as a career.
But mashallah, even though you have all this on your plate, you're still managing to produce your art and it's thriving. So you are doing something right, I think.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice for people or tips who maybe want to start as an artist, but they might be too afraid or they're worried about, you know, how they might be seen?
Don't be afraid. Practice. Do it anyway. That's what I did. Like I just sit in front of TV and draw my favorite character, and it went from there. Like practice, practice, draw. Don't stop drawing. This is my main advice to anyone who wants to try or start drawing.
Yeah, and mashallah, it's a very great advice, right? To just get into the nitty of all things. I do want to ask you about something because now you're making a career out of your art. So as someone who got into this kind of field, you know, first because of the passion of it, for the love of it, do you still have that kind of passion and love for it, or is it now just purely from a job or career point of view?
Actually, I still have the same motivation because I have amazing team at work. Like
Mashallah.
they keep refreshing my motivation, refreshing my inspiration. So this is a very good thing for me. My job is never boring. So it's like every time I create something new, a new challenges, a new ideas, a new inspiration. So I love it there.
No, that sounds so great.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if they have open applications for someone like me who doesn't know how to draw anything, but I'm a quick learner. You know, that's my application right now.
Well, I'm sure she can take you under her wing and give you
You're
some
welcome.
tips.
I'm a bad drawer by all metrics.
Well, you know what they say, like earlier we were talking about everyone kind of starts off as a bad drawer, but practice, practice,
Yes,
practice is
practice,
the way.
practice.
So it's okay if you're bad now.
Yeah, I mean,
Who knows?
I think my fingers now are way too in the arthritis kind of age where you know, I'm not gonna be able to match up with anything.
Well, there is digital art, so
Yeah.
maybe that could be the solution.
Yeah,
We're gonna make him an artist, just wait.
Okay, welcome.
yeah.
Would you say though that a lot of yourself shows up in your art?
I guess because it's yeah, my art style is anime and manga, so it doesn't very represent
Yeah,
of
makes
who I
sense.
am so much. Yeah.
It's more like your interest in
Yes,
things or just
yes.
things you find pretty or cool.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So can you talk us through that process? Because I know you said that deadlines are the most challenging. So now, you know, you have a deadline coming, you have a completely blank page, you want to draw something, you have no ideas. So talk us through your process. Like, how do you come up from point A to point B?
I start first searching for an idea. I go through a lot of sites, through a lot of process to just to generate an idea. Once I get this idea, I start sketching. Uh, white page, start sketching the ideas, like a very rough sketch. If it's okay, good, I got approved. Now I start inking with the black lines, so it becomes more clean. The sketch becomes more clean. It got approved. I go coloring, start coloring the basic colors without any shading, without any highlights. Then after I give it the final rendering, the shading and the highlights, and it's done.
It's a very rigorous project.
I know, but being an artist is not for the weak, I would say. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. And speaking of your work, when you have the finished product, what kind of message do you hope that people will get when they see it?
I hope they love it.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me very happy when they say, "Oh, Altaf, this is amazing," and it gives me this kind of butterfly feelings. So I get very happy when they actually love it.
You know, that's fair enough. I feel like I would also want that if I had a piece of work.
Yeah.
Like, please love it.
Well, you know, the good thing is, and I'm sure the viewers are going to be aware of that when they go to your social media accounts, is that your work is connected to something deeply delicious. You know, it rhymes with Simi Valley, which is an amazing, you know, place to be, an amazing place to work at, I'd imagine, from all the good things you said.
Yes.
So do you find, you know, working in the art field, you know, as I would say, what's the word I'm looking for, as, you know, happy as you thought it would be, or even more beyond that point?
It was mixed between and between, but the happy ideas that I used to have, it's like yes, it's like what I imagined. It's very challenging and it's very hard, but it's very rewarding.
Yeah, like they say, if you love something, you're not going to work a day in your life.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's a great tip. And I think it's something I wish a lot more people had pursued. A lot of us, I think, just focus on, I need to go to school, to uni, get a job, make money, but they're not thinking about the long term. Because once you're doing a job, you're kind of stuck with it for a long time,
yeah.
or a field. And if you don't enjoy it, then it's not going to work out for your own, like, I think, mental health and happiness in the long term.
Yes.
Some people manage to get it on the side, or they manage to move. So I think you're very inspirational right now with how you're saying that you managed to pick a field that you truly love. And as you said, you keep talking about how fun it is. And I think that's something we all wish. We all want our jobs to be fun and just to be able to enjoy them so much. So I want to ask you, like, how would you define success for yourself right now?
My success is, working in what I love. Like, this is very big to me. Like, let me tell you a fun fact that I actually studied accounting.
That's such a different field. It's so different.
MashaAllah.
I worked in my major for a couple of years. Then I got this job offer and went through it. So I think this is a very big successful for me, like working in what I really wanted and loved, not in accounting.
MashaAllah. Well, we do hope that you continue working in stuff that you do love, which brings us to our last question, is that what is next for Altaf? You know, what is the next, you know, process for you?
I really want to learn 3D art.
Oh, MashaAllah.
Yeah, it's something very interesting to me lately. So I hope like I have the time to actually find the time to learn 3D art.
No, that sounds pretty cool. Do you mean like 3D rendering or just like,
Yeah, it's capturing 3D.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, like creating something from scratch in 3D. It opens a lot of things, like maybe creating action figures and
Oh, wow, that would be
stuff
so
like that.
cool.
Yeah, so I really want to learn 3D art.
Well, I hope you do, and I'm excited to see what you come up with in the future.
Inshallah.
And thank you for joining us. It's been amazing to have you on the show.
It was amazing for me. Thank you. I had fun.
Well, thank you. We also had a lot of fun, and thank you. I know me and my boss are gonna take that invitation for the Simi Valley Rising Restaurant.
You're welcome.
With that being said, that's it from us on the conversation segment of The Untold. We're gonna take a break, so stay tuned. And we are back from the break, but unfortunately, that's all of the time we've had for today's episode of The Untold.
Honestly, I think it was a great episode. I loved how much fun she had talking about her work, and even being able to post it and everything. The idea and theme of fun was just so strong around her, and I think that was just so refreshing.
Yeah, you know, I think the key message of today's episode was love what you do, right? If you're into the thing that is your career, that is also happen to be the thing you love, you're gonna have endless fun. Like we saw from Altaf today, she was very, passionate. She was very, happy. She was very joyful about talking about her career. Honestly, she was an amazing guest to have with us.
She was. That childlike sense of wonder she had talking about her work, I think it's something everybody should try to cultivate in their life. And the fact that she had this love of art and drawing from a young age, and even though she pursued a thing like accounting, she still made art her main focus and managed to make it a career. And she's having the time of her life, which is what we should all be doing, really.
Yeah, she was. Very well said, Lejane. So I guess that's our message from the team of The Untold, to pursue what you love. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.
Always follow your dreams. See you next time.